Don't let today's summer sunshine fool you, because some of the most dangerous weather could arrive later this afternoon. Severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, large hail, and flash flooding are possible across parts of the central and eastern United States, while a powerful heat dome continues to push dangerous temperatures across the south. And tonight, the heat may barely give you a break. Here's what you need to know before you make your Sunday plans. Good morning, everyone. Sunday is bringing two very different weather stories across the United States. In one part of the country, powerful thunderstorms could develop and move through communities during the afternoon and evening. In another, extreme heat and humidity will remain the biggest threat, with some areas staying dangerously hot even after the sun goes down. Let's break down today's weather from region to region. Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. The first major area to watch today is the Ohio Valley, Central Appalachians, and Mid-Atlantic. Parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and surrounding areas could see thunderstorms develop this afternoon. The strongest storms could produce damaging wind gusts, frequent lightning, and very heavy rainfall. The current severe weather outlook places parts of this region under a slight risk for severe thunderstorms, with damaging winds the main concern. Some storms may develop quickly, so don't assume that a quiet morning means the entire day will remain quiet. If you're planning a barbecue, sporting event, outdoor gathering, or road trip, keep checking the radar as the afternoon approaches. And remember, when thunder is nearby, it's time to get indoors. Central High Plains. Now let's move west toward the Central High Plains. Parts of Nebraska, Colorado, and nearby areas could see strong thunderstorms develop later today. Nebraska deserves special attention because some storms could produce large hail and isolated severe wind gusts. The atmosphere is warm and unstable, which can allow thunderstorms to strengthen quickly once they begin developing. The severe weather threat could continue into the evening across portions of the Central High Plains. If you're traveling through this area, watch for rapidly changing skies, sudden wind gusts, and reduced visibility in heavy rain and flash flood concerns. Thunderstorms aren't the only problem. Where storms repeatedly move over the same locations, rainfall can build up quickly. That can create flash flooding, flooded streets, dangerous underpasses, and rapidly rising water in smaller streams. And this is especially important for drivers. If you encounter water covering a road, don't try to judge how deep it is. Turn around and find another route. Floodwater can be much deeper and stronger than it appears. South and south-central USA. Extreme heat. Now we move to the biggest weather threat for a huge part of the country. A powerful heat dome is centered over the south, bringing extreme heat and humidity across large portions of the southern plains and lower Mississippi Valley. Forecasts indicate that millions of Americans are experiencing dangerous heat, with some locations potentially seeing temperatures near or above 100 degrees and heat indices reaching well above the actual temperature. Parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and surrounding states will need to take the heat seriously. The biggest problem isn't just the afternoon high temperature. It's the lack of overnight relief. Some communities could remain in the upper 70s or around 80 degrees overnight, meaning your body may not get enough time to recover from the daytime heat. If you're working outside today, stay hydrated, take frequent cooling breaks, and avoid unnecessary strenuous activity during the hottest part of the afternoon. Southeast. Across the southeast, heat and humidity will remain intense. But the combination of heat and atmospheric moisture can also help fuel scattered afternoon thunderstorms. Parts of Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, the Carolinas, and nearby states could see locally heavy downpours and thunderstorms. Most storms won't necessarily become severe, but the strongest cells could produce intense rainfall, lightning, and gusty winds. Southwest. Across Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of the Southwest, monsoon moisture continues to support afternoon and evening thunderstorm development. Some storms can produce very heavy rainfall, strong wind gusts, and dangerous light. The biggest concern is sudden flash flooding. Dry washes and normally quiet drainage channels can fill with water extremely quickly. And remember, the rainfall causing the flooding may occur miles away from your exact location. Never enter moving floodwater. Western USA. The weather picture is is generally quieter along much of the Pacific coast compared with the central and eastern United States. Parts of California, Oregon, and Washington will remain relatively dry, although significant heat continues across portions of the interior West. Southern California, for example, is expected to see warm conditions Sunday, with temperatures rising substantially inland and in the desert areas. Tonight's forecast. Now let's look ahead to tonight. Thunderstorms across the Ohio Valley, Central Appalachians, and Mid-Atlantic could continue into the evening before gradually weakening. Some storms may still produce heavy rain, lightning, and strong wind gusts after sunset. Across the Central High Plains, storm activity could also continue into the evening, especially across parts of Nebraska. Meanwhile, the South will have a completely different story. The heat will slowly decrease after sunset, but many communities will remain very warm and humid throughout the night. There may be little relief from the extreme heat, especially in urban areas. Across the Southwest, isolated monsoon storms could linger into the evening before becoming more scattered overnight. Early Monday morning. By early Monday morning, many of today's strongest thunderstorms should be weakening. However, leftover showers and thunderstorms may remain across portions of the Mid-Atlantic and Ohio Valley. Some locations could wake up to wet roads, standing water, and reduced visibility. Across the South, Monday morning will start warm and humid, and temperatures will climb rapidly once the sun comes up. So don't expect the heat dome to disappear overnight. The big weather message. Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. Severe thunderstorms with damaging winds are possible. Central High Plains. Large hail and isolated severe wind gusts could develop. South and South-Central USA. Dangerous heat and humidity remain the biggest threat. Southeast. Heat plus scattered thunderstorms. Southwest. Monsoon storms and localized flash flooding. West Coast. Generally quieter, but significant inland heat continues. And here's the message to remember today. The most dangerous weather may arrive after what looks like a completely normal summer morning. So don't wait for dark clouds before checking the forecast. Keep emergency alerts turned on. Check radar before travel. Stay hydrated in the heat. Move indoors when thunder approaches. And never drive through floodwater. Because today, the weather could change in just minutes. And being prepared before that happens can make all the difference. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and keep watching conditions throughout Sunday and tonight.